Hello and welcome to today's LOL Esports Roundup. We only have one series to go over today, so this video probably isn't very long. Really nothing to discuss, no official news to go over. I know there are some rumors, but nothing official. Prediction-wise, I did get this one wrong. I thought Vitality would win 3-1, and Vitality did not show up at all. They looked like trash. BDS 3-0s them. BDS in the finals. Now this leaves up that double elim situation where, in my personal opinion, BDS have pretty much, from my perspective, locked it. As they should win. They should win the split. With the double elim and the problems I have with it, Vitality would have to get to the finals and then 3-0 BDS to actually be a 1-1 out of 2 to force a reset in a perfect world where double elim is actually not a flawed system that looks like we threw shit at the wall and hoped it stuck. Now what's funny is because I'm going over this now, I can take the toilet paper takes that people have said about the T1 Gen G situation and saying that I only did it for them. I can wipe my ass with them and give it back to them. So with that in mind, BDS win 3-0. Dominant fashion. BDS were 8th in the power rankings, Vitality 7th. Nuke was my MVP. I thought his Cassiopeia game was absolutely outstanding. The Oriana game was also very good, but the Cass game was really game breaking. Crowny 17-2-24. Sorry, the Orion game 3. Crowny 17-2-24. 36% of damage, leading the way. Got emotional after the series because he finally got to finals. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that he's happy that he's overcome those demons that he must have had after not having a job. Right? In returning and getting back to the LEC and with a team that's going to finals on his best run he's had in his career, I'm happy for him. Adam, 9-1-16 in top lane, played 2 Darius games. I will not say that he looked great because he didn't. I think his one death, a solo kill? Maybe he was the one who got the solo kill. I think he's the one who got the solo kill onto Photon in game 2. Scion into Kennen, I think. But nevertheless, Adam just playing passively and not inting the game away, which was huge because Vitality did. Specifically, Bo did. Bo looked awful. I think a lot of people are going to want to complain about, criticize 1-1-3 yesterday for going 0-15-18 in 2 games, and that's very bad. But Bo went 3-18 and 9 in 3 games. So that is also bad and unacceptable. And I'm not going to let one get away unscathed compared to the other. Both rookies didn't show up. And Sheo showed up for BDS in a big way and set the tone in game 1 and did a great job on the Maokai against Bo's Wukong, actually making things happen in the early game, getting his teammates ahead and so they could carry the game. So, in my opinion, Sheo of the 3 has been the best performer lately. Upset went 4-1-8, almost at 18. 31% of damage for Vitality. Died in game 3, went 0-0-0, and then 104 between the first 2 games. But that's what Upset is. He's a KDA player, right? Very talented, but when push comes to shove, he will not die if he can avoid it. And his Nexus could be exploding, and he will try and avoid dying. So that's kind of the deal, though. And that's what we expected out of Upset. Upset is better than Neon, but the record is not better. Now, the result's going to be because of how things transpired in the group stage. They're guaranteed at worst 3rd, so they are better in that regard. But in terms of actually, win-loss wise and actually things of significant value, they are not all that better. They still have issues. They have some inting issues. I thought Perks didn't really do much at all in this series. I thought his Silas decisions at times were kind of questionable. I thought the Annie wasn't really all that. And really nothing for Vitality worked. Photon picked Action in game 1. That didn't really work. He was actually stuck underneath his turret for much of the laning phase. which I feel is kind of weird in that matchup. I think that a range top would be able to do it. But, I mean, I haven't watched enough action to claim that I know how that's supposed to go, but I have a feeling it's not supposed to go the way it did. So that doesn't help. And really, I thought like Kaiser. I mean, it's hard to really blame Kaiser. He didn't look great on the Braum in Game 3, and Lebrov looked very good on the Thresh. So like, it's going to be a big gap in that regard. But I don't know. I don't really know if I can blame Kaiser. I feel like it's the top side of the rift for Vitality that struggled today big time, in a way that isn't acceptable, really, given the situations. And then in team fights, I mean, Game 2 was pretty close for a while, but then it just kind of got lopsided. There's nothing really positive for me to say about Vitality in this one. I really don't have much. BDS are looking great, and frankly, they deserve to go to MSI. So the way I view it right now that this is kind of gone over, and I know this video is short, but the way I'm looking at it, BDS or Vitality are probably going to win the split, right? And based off of this, we're going to lean BDS. Now, why would I say that over G2 and Mad Lions? I really find it hard to believe that that one of those two can win 3 best-of-5s in a row on 3 consecutive days. Last split, I mentioned this about Mad Lions, and I wasn't surprised they lost on Sunday. I said it. I'm like, I don't know. That's a lot of games. That's a lot of stage time. Like, they're going to be fatigued by Sunday. And somebody said, yeah, but X team has went through lower bracket before, G2 in the past and things like that. And it's like, yeah, but there were days in between those games. It wasn't Friday, Saturday, Sunday like it's going to be this weekend. So with that in mind, I do think it's going to be tough for G2 or Mad Lions to pull it off. If G2 can 3-0 Mad and it get done, if it's like one of those really quick blowout series, which will really just put everybody in a tizzy, because then Mad Lions would, this situation puts everybody in a tizzy, which I find amusing. But if G2 can blow out Mad Lions and like do it in like, I don't know, an hour and a half or so of game time, so they're there for what, 2.5 hours, maybe the fatigue won't really set in, and then they can play Vitality, beat Vitality, go against BDS, and have a chance. I don't know if Mad Lions has the potential to blow out G2, so in that case, they're going to have to drag out a couple series, and I don't know if Mad Lions have it in them. But that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Unless it's a really quick, like 3-0 for G2 on Friday, it's going to be Vitality or BDS for the finals, and more likely BDS in that regard. So that's it for this roundup. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and thank you for watching.